What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Was talking about a guy by the name of Jerrod Carmichael. I had no idea who this was. Again, I like the comedy. Y'all know me, I'm from the hood. So this brother Jerrod Carmichael, I had no idea who he was until Corey Holcomb was talking about him. And I guess it was a response to the whole little rail thing. I think Corey had said something about the guy was not so talented and the reason why he got promoted because he was willing to go ahead on and get his cheeks clapped. So I remember that clip and I'm gonna see if we can reference that right now.
But I'm here to tell you, this world is so superficial, they intentionally put untalented people at the top of the entertainment game. And I shake my head. Like, I saw something with this, fucking, I can't sugarcoat it.
What?
They got the guy, Jerrod Carmichael.
Oh, hosting tonight.
And it's just,
Oh, okay.
it's disrespectful because he came out and said that he prefers men. That's part of his advancement in this game. And I don't not root for the brother. It's just, I don't like that people are forced the nonsense.
So basically he was getting all these specials out the blue. We don't know why he has it. So then moving along in the conversation, Jerrod Carmichael starts blowing up. He then comes out and says he's gay. He's hosting, I don't know, all these, he's hosting all these award shows and everything like that. He recently went viral for saying this slave joke with his white boyfriend. I want to play his joke here, and then we're gonna come back.
I sometimes joke to him that like our relationship is like that of like a slave and the master's son who like teaches me how to read by candlelight. Yeah, he groans too, because he's a good person. He doesn't like that joke. I like that joke. That's my burden. I think that shit's hilarious.
So, there you go. Now, he said that his white boyfriend didn't like the joke. White boyfriend did not like this at all. It was something that he didn't appreciate. So, I just wanted to talk about this because this is very interesting, because why is it every time you see one of these guys that get propped up in the industry, always it has to be something like this that is being talked about. All right, I'm gonna use everybody black that I always see with a white mate, whether it's Candace Owens or this guy. It's always gotta be something extra, something demeaning. And then black people get mad when we hear stuff like this, rightfully so, okay? This is a result of us not working to preserve our own grassroots industries. I want to read this lady here on Twitter. She's pissed off too. Comedian Jerrod Carmichael openly admits to his audience that he's into race play and jokes, that he himself is a slave and his white boyfriend is a slave master. The fact he has a platform to spew this mess makes him a danger to the black community. Look at this right here, Tristan. Hey, yo, Tristan. HBO Max canceled every black-led show on the network, so Jerrod Carmichael is on white feet. Like, this is what y'all don't get, okay? Didn't Corey tell you this is the process? This is what happens when we chase the other groups and we don't chase ourselves. We don't chase ourselves. Anybody in the industry, look at all the people getting propped up. It always got to be something like this. Lil Nas X, look at Glorilla, look at Meg Thee Stallion, look at Sexy Red. Everything that is done that is not owned by blacks, alt-right, is attack on the black community. The attack on the black community is, of course, he's saying silly things like this, but the fact is, the biggest attack is you don't own your own comedy in the black community. You don't own your clubs. So you can't set the rules. That's the biggest attack. And when you don't have that, then you get stuff like this. You get all this race play jokes. You get all this weird stuff. The attack is that you don't feel like your creativity can be supported by your own community and you can't reinvest into it. This right here is the diagnosis of the issue. Okay? These are the symptoms rather. But the real issue, the diagnosis rather, is the fact that you don't own it. So this person is acting like this. If you owned it, that person wouldn't even be there. That's why blacks working together is more important. Because you can backlash against us if you want. It's going to be another dude come up there saying the same thing tomorrow, and you can't say, what are you going to do, boycott it? No, because your financial economy, your economic growth to this stuff is irrelevant to them. The people he's doing that joke with ain't blacks. Jerrod Carmichael don't resonate with a black crowd. Ain't no nigga going to pay to see him, and he knows that. He's going to the guys he feel like where he can get paid at, which is the white community. All right, that's where he's going. That's where he's going with it. That's how he's playing it right now. And a lot of brothers that feel like they can't get no money with the black community go out there and sell out for the whites because they don't want to put in the time developing the industries. They don't want to put in the time to say, you know what, we're going to own this. This is our money. Okay? This is what we do. Okay? This is our stuff. We're going to take the time to grow it no matter how long it takes, but it's ours. We don't say that, right? And yes, there's racism. Yes, there's white supremacy. Yes, but the more us as a community, the more that we work together to produce our own stuff, the more that this stuff can be outed out. Because you ain't going to see the Chinese talking like this, even in America, with their own stuff. Many Hispanics with their own stuff. They're not going to allow us to fly. The reason why we having problems is because we're not doing it. That's years and years and years of black entrepreneurship being diverted away from the black community over to other groups and us not developing our own stuff. It's years and years and years of that. Then it come back to bite us in forms of sellouts. And we got to understand the play. We got to understand the play. The fact is, as a community, that we, as a community, the fact is this. The fact that we don't own our own things and the fact that these guys that come from us and go over to white zaddy and sell out for them and say these weird things, we all know that he's a you know what. But the real attack is not that. The attack is the lack of black ownership and wanting to do business with your people. When you don't own your stuff, this is what happens. And it is always going to happen like that. And we got to understand it for what it is. And not get mad about it, not be upset, because if you don't own your things, if you don't work with your group, you can't achieve nothing. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Junk. I put you far, you just curve the bell. We're out.